No, never.
What? We're live.
Fuck you,
We're live.
NyQuil.
Oh, dear.
We can still go with the soft days, right?
Mm-hmm. Captivating beginning to the show.
What's up, fellas?
Hey, everyone. It's Papa's Football Podcast. I am your host, John Papa Giorgio. I'm joined by Brian Bolte. He's the man with the beard. And looking like President Bolte in that suit, that business casual. I'm such...
I still have my tie on.
Is that business casual? I'm such a little baby boy that I don't know what that is exactly. What would that...
It's, you nailed it. The dress code today, or the dress preference today, was business casual. So I did not wear a suit.
The way you took off that tie, you really looked like a low-rent mixed stripper.
Is that your coke doing tie?
Can I show you later tonight what it's going to look like?
You're dropping the best part. We also have Travis Dorward. Travis, what?
I love one of you.
No, you got to do it like you did last show. I laughed so hard.
I love you.
Oh boy, I'm gonna minimize this so I don't see that we have 0 viewers.
Just keep lying to me about how much viewers we have.
The show itself, when uploaded as a pod, which we need to start doing because we just have the YouTubes right now, the YouTubes plural. It does all right, but I guess so far, not having an established evening, it'll get to you. But you keep chipping away at that rock, man. We can do 8:30 every Tuesday. How's that sound? Our powers combined, fists up.
Can we do 6:30 every Tuesday?
Sure, for you.
Because that would mean I don't have to leave my office. I can just stay.
Sounds good. Let's do that.
2:15 a.m.
Travis, you're acting up, Travis.
Right before I go to bed.
Is that your bedtime?
Don't tell my mom, but
you stay up. You watch the Cinemax.
I'm supposed to go to bed after Nick and Night is over.
Hey, John, sorry if we kept you up last night, by the way. I realized that at around, I guess, 11 o'clock, because you have a big boy job to go to, you stopped texting us back. And Travis and I continued to text till about 1 o'clock in the morning.
Drunk Travis was texting up a storm.
I did wake up to a ton of texts. I had actually muted the text chain because I think I pounded one out, and you guys were popping up every 5 seconds, and I was like, "This is not good." Yeah.
Drunk Travis thought Trevor Siemian was the greatest quarterback to ever play football.
He really did.
I saw him three good passes in a row. I was like, I need to talk to you guys about it. It's the next Elway.
I actually was. I was in bed at that point. I did not want to get involved, but yeah, you were hyped for the final game of the week. I guess we'll go through everything, or at least the highlights as we saw them, and then we'll talk what's coming up this week. And then Travis, you will drink, and Brian, you will hang yourself and masturbate.
You know what? I'm looking forward to that.
Usual Tuesday.
Yeah.
Hey, John.
Yes.
What will happen? Will I come or will I die? Let's find out next week.
Yeah. You're actually in Louisville, right? At the moment.
I call it Louisville. I think you said Louisville. Louisville? I can't pronounce it right.
It's pronounced. I got an education from a chick who was into our regular show, Papa's Basement. Check that out if anyone's watching this. In papasbasement.com. That's our regular podcast.
Best pod ever?
Best pod ever. Yeah, that is the subtitle. ... Best pod ever. A girl who I met via that show, and I was obsessed with her. She was fucking hot. She was bisexual. She was intelligent. And she was a squirter. Have you ever met squirters? I have not. That was the one chick. And I got video proof of it, so I loved her.
That doesn't usually come up in conversation.
Yeah.
You met an imaginary woman?
No, it was great. I had a video of her where she was doing it wearing long sleeves, and she pulls the sleeve away at the end, and it looks like she'd been doing the dishes. And I fucking wanted to FedEx a ring. It was amazing. But she was from Louisville, and I got an education that it's pronounced like L-U-L-ville, like Lulville. I don't know why.
Louisville.
Yeah, it's not Louisville. It's Louisville.
Louisville sounds like a friend of ours from Twitter.
So all the shit that went down this week, I just have a grab bag of scores, random events that weren't score related, like Tony Romo broadcast debut. Did any of you guys get to watch that game? Because I did not. It was not in the DC market.
Not at the while it was up, but like I was watching Red Zone and I saw the highlights of Tony Romo broadcasting, which was weird that they had a highlight package of broadcasting.
Well, a lot of people were losing their mind for the guy. I saw a bunch of clips, much like you, Travis, after the fact, and they were laughing like, is Tony Romo psychic? I guess he could just really successfully. He was doing the Raiders at the Titans, right? I believe so, yeah. And
that sounds right. Yeah.
He was very correctly like calling several plays in succession, and people were just bowled over by that. And I don't know, this will sound weird, but I don't know if that makes for great broadcasting. Like a lot of people thought that was amazing, but I thought it was, this will sound weird, but almost like a spoiler. Like it was kind of boring to know ahead of time what was going to go down. And I think a lot of people out there want to believe like, oh, other people can't see this shit. Like he's just a former quarterback. That's why he has this brilliant insight. But I think other broadcasters have learned to just shut the fuck up about it. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
I mean, what's your take?
I think you're half right. Half are really good at knowing about that stuff. The other half, they've never played.
Just say his name, Phil Sims. You can say it.
You need a good John Madden nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
Is my favorite broadcaster. Just
you need one guy who knows his stuff and then one guy who's senile.
Yeah, one guy who's just like circling tits and pigeons in the crowd.
By the way, John, shout out to Moxie06, I believe, your biggest fan. She loves Tony Romo. Tony Romo is her favorite, and she's a Dallas Cowboy fan.
Yeah, that's so fucking weird. I think Moxie's about my age, so like 36-ish, and she's in Germany. So I guess that would explain. She has an excuse, because that would be like literally the one American football team she would know from her youth when they were winning all those Super Bowls. We
talked about Tony Romo via our show, and she decided he was sexy, and that was her favorite team.
I gotta say, he's a good-looking guy. Like now that I saw him in the booth, not bad. Kind of has like squinty little Richard Gere gerbil eyes, but overall,
who doesn't?
Overall, handsome. But yeah, there's Tony Romo, and we can get to the Monday night game. Also had some really interesting announcers. Through the weekend, Eagles beat Redskins, as I believe Travis and I predicted. Brian, you were incorrect.
Here's your $10, one for each of you.
Those are like the new $10 bills, right? They can't be counterfeited.
They are, and I want a double or nothing bet before we close out tonight. This show,
of course. No one's actually going to pay up here. What the fuck? What are you crazy?
That's my money for the week, man.
That's his hurricane fund.
I was going to say Travis needs his high gravity hurricanes.
Yeah.
Maybe I do these things.
That's that'll give me 3 of them.
I know that the Redskins aren't exactly. It wasn't the most interesting game. It wasn't that of note. But we're all. I know Brian, you moved away, but you're basically a DC guy. Travis and I still based in DC. It looks like without Sean McVay on the offense, with losing Garcon and Deshaun Jackson, like they're lost. But also Kirk Cousins just overthrowing dudes. Terrell Pryor, fucking horrible hands. You guys can pile on. I just
putting a quarterback at wide receiver. Something went wrong. What?
Hold on though. Did you notice every time he threw it to Crowder, it was about a foot too high? Because Terrell Pryor's 6'6".
He's like 6'4", and Crowder's
Reed is 6'3", and then Dotson 6'3". He always put it about a foot above Crowder every time.
If we get 6'1" guys, we'll be set.
So
and
6
inches above them.
I'd love to give you 6 inches, John. Hold on, we're talking about football. Anyway,
I blacked out. What's going on?
Cousins, in my opinion, looked horrible. He's not going to be here next year anyway. I'm already on the fuck Cousins bandwagon. He can eat a dick. And my Skins, I'm so upset. They beat the Eagles 5 times in a row. We should have beat them.
Great fucking streak they had going. Their offense looked so messy all preseason. And I know people laugh it off. They're like, it's preseason, but week 3, you're supposed to kind of show what you got for the year at some point. And what they were busting out, even with those first team reps, was garbage. I could tell then, like, this is fucked. They are fucked. Like, I feel like in some ways it's almost like a campaign to knock him down a couple pegs. So if they keep him, they don't have to pay him as much, or he's not going to be as hot a commodity. But it seems like you're into a girl in school, so you spread this rumor that she's like fucked the teacher and now has herpes, and it knocks her down 10 pegs, and you can have the cheerleader, but now you're fucking the cheerleader that everyone thinks fucked the teacher and has herpes.
I see where you're getting at. Let's give Kirk Cousins herpes.
Yeah, exactly. Let's give him herpes.
Gotcha. I see what you're laying down.
He'll pass it on to Julie, his wife, and yeah, we got him.
And
Ron,
she'll pass too. She'll pass along to their newborn child, and they'll.
And then it'll be blind. And Kirk will have to.
If he goes to the 49ers, serves them right. Fuck him. But I have a feeling he's going to leave the Skins. But anyway.
Because we created a horrible situation, and especially if we become a bad destination, why in the fuck would you, like, he should only stay here if they ball the fuck out. That's it.
Yep. Agreed.
Like, he's so gone, barring some sort of miracle, which never happens with that team. Never happens. Like,
our GM Bruce Allen, he hates. He doesn't even want to negotiate with him. The one GM, Scott, that he wanted to work with is gone. Mm-hmm. They fired him.
By the way, I picture Scott McLuhan as you. Just Irish, drunk all the time, incredibly charming. People love him. Knows his shit.
Yeah.
Drunk,
McLuhan's
Irish.
Definitely been
drunk, Irish, and sweaty.
He's been drunk since March.
He's on Twitter now, balling out, talking shit.
Oh, yeah. Great Twitter account if you're not following.
That guy fucking loves Matt Jones.
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody love a player more than McLuhan loves Matt Jones.
That is a couple knocks against him, because Matt Jones, I believe we cut him, a former third-round pick, running back. Matt Jones picked up by the Colts and I think waived 48 hours later.
He's on their practice squad now.
He's on the squad. It's horrible. That's horrible. That was a third-round fucking running back.
He's better than Rob Kelly. He fumbles all the time.
He is. Rob Kelly looked 10 carries, 30 yards.
Kelly looked like shit.
It was bad.
The only thing Rob Kelly does is let you do bad Bob Kelly impressions. Dude!
You know what, dude?
You got it up the middle. You get your 2 yards. Boom! Down. That's it. That's all he's good for. Even NFL Rob Kelly's fat. That's what I fucking love. He's just called Fat Rob.
Fat Rob.
He's not fat. He's not like the Kool-Aid man. He's not fat. He's not
NFL fat.
He runs like a fat guy.
It's true.
That is the thing. So maybe don't fall down and you get hit. If you're going to be Fat Rob, you're supposed to run through people.
No, he's just going to lie down Hainsworth style in the proud Redskins tradition.
Thanks for bringing that up, John.
Mm-hmm.
We really need to go that far back for the
that should be our logo. Everyone's complaining about the Redskin hole name and stuff.
Podcast. Yeah, okay.
Hainsworth on the ground is our new one.
On the helmet should actually be that GIF. Yes. Just him lying down, the Eagles guy almost checking to make sure he's okay because he's so still on the ground, and then be like, "Oh shit, I guess the play's still going on. He's out." But yeah, I'm going to run down quickly the list of games that Brian called incorrectly, and I think either both Travis and I, or at least I got right. You had picked Arizona over Detroit. Arizona looking horrible. Carson Palmer, I think, has been rotting for years. It's really getting apparent. It used to be he could at least kind of hold his old bones together until the last 4 games of the season, but now he's just starting off in what I'll call Carson Palmer playoff form. And
in my defense,
he's looked like it.
Go on, Travis.
He's looked like an old quarterback since he was on the Bengals. Like, he had like 2 good years with the Cardinals, but most of his career he's been like an old man playing quarterback.
In my defense, they lost their stud running back. I thought Johnson that they were going to have to put.
That wasn't going to help them.
8-9 in the box with Johnson, and Carson still had enough to put it up to the old man Larry Fitzgerald, who used to make Carson Palmer look good, in my opinion, and enough to beat Detroit. I'm not impressed with Detroit, but damn, they showed up against the Cards. Made me look stupid.
I love Larry Fitzgerald. And I think Jim Caldwell still looks like a fucking idiot baby. Like, you know how you can look at some kids and you're like, you're going to grow up to be a dumb adult? That's what Jim Caldwell looks like on the sidelines. But you know what? They're still winning. What can you do? Matt Stafford earned his insane keep for 1 week. And I just want to say, for the record, I love how, because of the format of this YouTube, we have to speak to each other like Roman emperors. Like, Travis, you may speak now. Brian, your turn.
I don't want to.
John, I want you to put a
Brian,
T
it's
on
your
one
turn.
I want a T on one hand and a B on the other. And when you want us to speak, you hold it up.
But what if I hold up my hand like in 20 minutes and it's all smeared? Like,
or you could do.
You can only speak if you're holding the talking stick.
Yes.
Or you could do a chippa, and you can talk the whole time, and then you can say, "Okay, Brian, go." I think that might be the new for. Okay, Brian, tell a joke.
All right, kill it. So yeah, I didn't watch a lot of Detroit last year, but apparently this has been their MO for a while now. They fucking blaze it out fourth quarter. They put up 20, I think, unanswered. I could be wrong, but 20 points period any fourth quarter. You're gonna fucking lose that game. Atlanta beats the Bears closer than I thought it'd be, so maybe the Bears aren't a dumpster fire. Ravens, you may speak, Brian.
Give me the B hand. That was Travis's, and Travis, I commend you for this. Travis said the Bears are going to win. That was
That was my bold
big pick of the week. Bold pick of the week, and it was actually they actually made a game of it. Bears just aren't that good.
Thank you. Say more nice things about me.
You're pretty. You have a nice hat on. Your thumb smells like your butt.
Run away with me. What did your family do?
John?
I have. Oh, god damn it! I needed this marker yesterday. Hold on. I'm gonna write T and B. I'm gonna do the T and B hands.
We now have TB.
There you go.
That's convenient too, because you can like sniff every time you're about to put one up. Just give it a quick sniff, and then by the end you'll get a good high going.
All right, let's see if this is showing. Yeah, that's good enough. All right. This is a fucking horrible system, but Ravens crushed the Bengals. I think Andy Dalton had not even a 1.
Fuck you, Andy Dalton.
As a quarterback rating.
Just had to throw out there.
Why? Travis?
Why, John? Because in my fantasy league with Brian, he got me 1 point, I think.
Yeah.
He might have gotten negative.
He was nice.
Actually, I started in 2 leagues. In my ESPN league, he got negative 4 points.
I don't know if I've ever seen a quarterback rating of not. I think he was 0.6. I think he was literally fucking 0.6. Not anything 0.6, 0.6.
He literally. It would have been a smarter move for me to shoot him in the head. That would have gotten me more points.
It would have been easier for his family. We'll put it that way.
Tag me in, John. I'm not done.
Hold on. Yes.
My 7-year-old picked Andy Dalton on his fantasy team this week. And he won. Travis got
like who brought him through that? Like who the fuck else was on the team? Because Andy Dalton, as Travis quite correctly put it, you'd be better off shooting him through the head.
He picked Gurley. He picked the Jacksonville, which got him 28 points as a defense. But it was just random that he got lucky. But Travis scored 70 points this week. I told you your team sucked.
This is why I don't do fantasy.
I'm coming back.
This is why I don't do fantasy. Like I
You're
want.
horrible.
I want to see these people fail and be happy.
Why do I like Travis?
So much? I'm more of a real football guy. All right.
Hey Travis, you want to borrow my tie? This is your fantasy. Look, it's Travis's fantasy football season.
You know what's worse than one shitty fantasy football team?
6 of them.
5. Well, now 6. The one I went 1-5 this week. The one game I did win, I had David Johnson on my team.
Oh, did you? Are you serious?
Yeah.
You won with David Johnson?
And David Johnson, by the way,
yeah, he still got 9 points, but enough where I will be drinking whiskey every night.
Yeah, David Johnson, the amazing running back for the Cards. I guess you guys were predicting him to carry that team into the postseason and out for like 12 weeks.
Well, not that far. But.
Okay.
He's out for at least 10. He might be out for the season. They just re-signed Chris Johnson. If you watched any preseason Arizona football, he looked like a bag of shit. And
he's a 31-year-old running back who was gassed at like 27.
He's looked like shit for the past 4 years.
Yeah, he's been nothing forever.
Y2K, guys. 2,000 yards.
Yeah, after that, he was like, fuck it.
No, Y2K. He's not CJ2K anymore. He's not getting ahead. He's going to get 200 yards. They're going to do running back by committee. None of them are good. Palmer.
Andre Ellington's good at catching or receiving, but
he's not. He's fragile.
We got to say he had a bit of a renaissance with the Cardinals. Chris did with his fucking gold teeth and the bullet still buried in his flesh, I believe.
Before David Johnson took over, he had a couple. Yeah, he was their starter.
He was doing all right, but yeah, then that dude broke out, and that was it. Because running backs are just so dime a dozen. It's so depressing. Why the fuck would you ever play running back if you were getting into football?
Well, that's what.
I mean, I get it. Like coming up, it must be fun, but there's nothing worse to be in the pros. Am I wrong on that?
Have you ever had a concussion? It's sweet.
I've had a lot of them.
Yeah, I had a friend. I had a friend who had multiple.
How have you had concussion, Brian? Have you played sports?
I played sports ball where we threw baseballs around.
Just at each other's heads?
I caught a fastball to the side of my head that knocked me out, and I also caught one off the bat because we use aluminum bats. They'd be in the face and knocked me out. So two from playing sports ball.
Wow.
I got one from playing wrestling ball.
Wrestling ball?
Yeah.
And I got an aluminum bat or what?
In the wrestling?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's legal in Virginia high school.
Okay, yeah. Folding chair. I'm just picturing some WWF style shit, but okay, yeah. No, I don't know if I've ever had one. I used to headbang a lot at concerts as a kid. That's the closest I can think I came. I don't think I was ever smashed that hard in baseball, soccer. I don't remember being like thin enough to jump up to head the ball because I played it as a fat kid. And I think I'm all right, unless headbanging does it, in which case my brain is pudding.
I might have had a second one. I'm not sure if it was a concussion or not. It was at a party where I found a hockey helmet, and one thing led to another, and eventually a line of like 30 drunk kids were hitting me in the head with like liquor bottles and trying to break them. It was like that scene in Airplane where like they're trying to like, they have that. Have you seen Airplane?
It's been a while. I should be able to get this reference, but no.
Anyway,
yes.
But yeah, the next morning I couldn't really write my own name.
I've had five confirmed, hence why the way I am.
Jesus.
I had my head put back together after a car accident. 2 from baseball, 1 from accident when racing, and another one where I was letting people hit me over the head with a dictionary. Knocked me out. Wow. So 5 confirmed.
Wow. All right. This is
that means you're the most athletic, I think.
Oh shit. Guys, what is your pick for just the beatdown, the embarrassing beatdown of the week? I'm gonna give you 3 nominees.
Oh, I already know mine.
You got one? Okay. I'm gonna go with Jaguars crushing the Texans, who are trying to have this like emotional, we're playing for you guys after the hurricane moment. Like JJ Watt comes out like an Aryan Superman, waving his flag like fucking Hulk Hogan, about to fight the Iron Sheik type shit. And they get smashed. Jags defense, I think, hangs 10.5 sacks on them. They switch quarterback at some point because it's fucking just typical Texan shit. Is there another team that has a worse quarterback situation in terms of like their...
Yeah, when I get to my pick.
Okay. They switch every fucking game, it seems. It's been ever since Matt Schaub stopped balling out. It's been a disaster over there. You have the Colts getting demolished by their... Was that your pick? Yeah, I think losing 46-9 or some shit.
I thought Jets were easily going to run away with title of worst team. Colts are now in that race.
No,
until Andrew Luck gets back.
Luck gets back, they're going to be fine.
Tolzien's
done.
Should not be on an NFL team.
The Pats dude that we talked about last week is going to start.
Yeah, that's how bad he sucked. He had 8 days of practice, and
then he's going to start.
Yeah.
Which won't be too hard to defend against them when he has 4 plays that he knows. Anyway, go on, John. I'm sorry. Number 3?
No, I number 3, I was going to go with who did I have? Oh, the Carolina really took it to the 49ers, 23-3. 49ers just looking like shit again. I got to watch a little bit of that. What's that?
Who are the Jets playing? Because we got to put them.
They lost to the Bills by 12.
I know, but who are they playing?
Oh,
the Bills
next week?
Yeah.
Next week you have.
They play the Raiders. They're playing the Raiders.
Oh, they're at. Oh God.
There's my pick. Raiders look great. That's my pick.
Are we doing picks for? We're doing our pick for next week. Biggest blowout.
Biggest blowout.
Hold on. Let me look at the game.
We can jump to that real fast. Here, do you want me to go through the game? I'll go through the games sequentially. I got them
in front of me too.
Well, just for the listeners at home, you have Texans at Bengals. I don't think there's blowout potential there. Bears at Bucks, meh. Eagles at Chiefs. I mean, are we thinking
Chiefs? A lot of good games next week.
It's fucking amazing. Yeah.
You know what, though? You know what, guys? I'm going to take the Eagles over the Chiefs. There's going to be a letdown after the Eagles play.
I can't wait to take your money.
Hold on, but I want the spread.
The spread as given to us by betdsi.eu.
Yes, sir.
Well, that spread would be Kansas City favored by only 4.5. That's not breaking. That's pretty beefy.
I'm going to take the Eagles in 4.5.
Oh, and I'm going to take your money. It's going to be sweet.
All right, that's our double enough from the bet. Travis, we got to get one too.
I'll take you right there.
Are we talking about that game specifically, or can I pick another one?
No.
I'm going to just keep going through. You have
John's running through the league.
Yeah, you have Cleveland at Baltimore. You have Bills at Panthers. Cards at Colts. Titans at Jags. That'll be a great game. Fucking want to watch that.
Hold on. So, Cards at Colts. They're both bad. What do you think? That's going to be an interesting one.
Cards win that.
Colts
are historically bad.
Can we go back to
Colts are really bad.
What's the spread?
You have for that game Cards favored by 7.5.
Ooh, don't touch it. Don't bet on that one, guys.
No, that's a fucking gimme. No one thinks the Colts are even going to sniff that.
So it's 7.5. So that means if I were to bet on it, the Cardinals would have to win by
7.5.
If you're going spreads, yeah.
Yeah, you have to go spreads if you're going to bet.
Okay.
Well, unless it's a friendly bet like you and I, we do straight up. But if you're going to bet in Big Boy's world.
Vikings at Steelers. That's an interesting one.
Very interesting. Bradford looked legit.
I believe statistically had his best game of the year last night. So this is Tuesday, Monday
night. It very much was the best game of the year, John, for him.
His best game so far in his career.
What a week of football. Everyone had their best weeks of the
year. And their worst. It was a real mixed bag for everyone.
Oh, yeah, Brad. I said it last time. This is the year of underappreciated former number 1 overall picks. I know that Bradford went off. Alex Smith, obviously. Jared Goff looked good.
Yes.
We'll talk about Cam Newton, but
Cook in their second-round draft pick, Cook for Minnesota looked great.
Yes, 100.
I didn't get to see a ton of that game. I just know that Adrian Peterson, it was supposed to be this grudge match thing. He's going back to Minnesota after they had cut him. And he was fucking laughably bad for the Saints. There's footage that was making the rounds of him like stalking after Sean Payton after he got his ass back. When was he benched? Like third quarter or some shit?
He was never benched. It was just
six carries
taken out.
Yeah, they have 3 decent running backs, so
he's been demoted from the quote unquote stud. God, I hate that term. He's not the star anymore. Like he's just part of like a 3-headed monster.
If he's actually mad, he's an idiot. Well, I don't know what he was expecting when he signed with the Saints.
He's not a bright man. You can look at AP and you know he's dumb.
He said,
"Go ahead."
There's a GIF going around. He said, "We ass" to Sean Payton.
Yes.
Sean Payton is not going to put up with him if he keeps yelling at Sean Payton. Guess what? If he's going to get cut. I don't know what his guarantee is on that contract. If it's huge, they'll keep him around. But he's not. He's going to be
a 31-year-old running back. I hope the fuck they didn't give him that much money.
Sean Payton will pay his practice squad to injure Peterson.
I think it was $3 million guaranteed. I believe
it wasn't big. It's only like a 1-year contract, right?
Yeah, he's 31. I don't give a fuck how good he is, man. They all age the same. By that I mean running backs. Don't leap to any conclusions.
What were you saying about the extra muscle in their leg, John?
It's an extra bone. Get it right. Let them jump higher. All right. Jesus.
He'll be their third running back.
2-year contract worth $7 million. So,
but what's the guaranteed money?
Anyway, there's no way that contract doesn't let them walk the fuck away.
We don't care
after year one.
If he makes it through this year, he's gone.
He's gone. That's
Peyton's not putting up with him.
No, because they're an offense that requires a running back to be able to do more than just fucking run. Like AP, even at his best, was always known as like kind of a crap blocker, really bad at catching balls, right? Am I wrong here?
He wasn't terrible. He was never known as a pass catcher, but he was never.
Yeah, he was
average blocker, shitty catcher, great runner. That's it. And they're not cool with that on that team. They fucking needed.
Well, yeah, they drafted their guy to be that pass catcher, Alvin Kamara, shout out balls. But
it's the Saints, dude. They pass the ball all day. Breeze looked like shit. Brady looked like shit. Eli looked like shit. And what's the other old guy that I brought up?
Sadly, Dak Prescott looked amazing. Meh.
All the old quarterbacks look, and Palmer. I'll put Palmer in there.
Mm-hmm.
Palmer, Eli, Brady. Brady had a 44% completion. All the old quarterbacks on week one.
Rodgers still looked great.
Oh, Rodgers is sexy.
Fucking amazing. Did you guys watch that? That was the 4 p.m. game in our market. Green Bay hosting Seattle.
I didn't watch it.
I was trying to watch it, but the Nats clinched at the same time, so I was kind of watching this like celebration.
Oh, look at you, Jock Magoo.
Sorry to bring I don't know if you guys can handle all that.
He has parental controls on his phone still, so he has to jerk to weird things. So he was jerking to the Nats.
Hey man, Bryce Harper, good haircut.
Yeah, he's beautiful man.
Yes, stud. I don't hesitate to call that a stud. It was a good game, and Seattle's offensive line, it blows me away when teams have a weakness that never get addressed, and they act like they've addressed it, and it's just never same shitty offensive line. Green Bay's defense looked amazing against it.
Seahawks are living in like which hand?
Travis T.
Okay. For the offensive line, they're living in like the 1970s. They're trying to convert defensive tackles to offensive line, and that it just doesn't work that way. But
I thought you meant it was a bunch of white guys smoking cigarettes in the locker room at halftime, but
and as they're continuing to sign more defensive linemen, and they did address it during the draft. They did draft 1 or 2 linemen, great, but your offensive line sucks, and you're trading away people to pick up more defensive linemen.
Yeah, it's got to be frustrating when there's so much talent around that offensive line and they're just blowing it.
Seriously,
it's fucking weird. The Redskins had similar issues that we know the team really well, but they've finally started to address defense. But for years, it's been this mediocre defense, nothing going toward it. And I guess Seattle is the offensive line version of that. I don't fucking know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm prattling on.
You're not wrong, yeah.
It's hard to watch it when you go into the off season. It obviously needs to be addressed. It really isn't addressed. And then it's just as bad as it was last year. And you're like, what the fuck did you expect? What did you expect? And they're mired in it, man. Russell Wilson, I guess just mobile as shit. That's the only reason he's not more concussed than Brian over there. Who's
mobile and tough.
It's
from all that not having sex.
He's oh god, yeah.
Yeah.
I do hate his social media presence.
Thing again.
What's that?
Oh god, we got to end it with that. The no wanks thing. How it didn't last 24 hours.
Hey man, we recorded I think on Friday. I'm not gonna get through a Saturday and not do that. Come on, come on. Let's not be naive here. I hate Russell Wilson's social media presence because he got hitched up with Sierra. Is it Sierra? Yeah, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Sierra, a couple years ago. Do you remember when we were young and the rumor was she was like a tranny or some shit? And I was like, I don't give a fuck. Have her tuck it well. I would do that. But
all right, Norton.
Yeah. I said I'd bang her, not that I'd have her piss in my mouth. Get it right. But they go, God damn, if they don't post about the fact they're going to like bang each other later that night. Like they sound like fucking 13-year-olds popping their first pussy. It's fucking embarrassing, man.
Because he is sexually a 13-year-old. Because he's supposedly, I don't know if it's true, he's like Tim Tebow. He hasn't been around it out.
Well, so. I think his first, I believe he was married before, right? Or am I wrong? He had some fucking blonde wife the first time. And everyone was just like, you fucking honky bastard. And so this time around, he got the sister, but she already had a kid. So that's boo earns. That's used goods. As someone once said, getting a chick with a kid is like renting a game with someone else's save file on it. It's not good. And you can't delete the save file or you'll go to jail. So,
oh, jeez. Chris Hansen.
Yes. Dallas looks amazing. They were hosting the Giants, but I don't know if that was Giants bad more than Dallas good. I'm talking like the Hulk now.
I think it was a combination of both. I thought Cowboys were going to regress, and I thought Giants could be one of the teams to beat in the NFC.
That seemed like one of the off-season stories, right? Like I felt going in, people were like, the Giants pretty much bought themselves a great defense, and it's just kind of like without Odell Beckham, the offense was laughable. I think Eli had like 5.7 yards and a touchdown, something like that. That was
what's the aging wide receiver?
Brandon Marshall.
Marshall was supposed to complement Beckham, so he didn't have all the double teams. Beckham was injured. And that tight end of theirs,
Ingram.
Yeah, the rookie tight end is supposed to be
Jeremy Shockey. Got it right.
Jeremy Shockey. But if Odell Beckham Jr. is not on the field and as bad as Eli has looked, and they have no running game.
Yeah,
they have no running back that's going to scare you.
People were saying that, and by people, I mean guys who lost at fantasy a couple of days before. They're saying AP should go to the Giants. I don't know if that could take place at this point. That'd be a pretty quick trade, but yeah. Continue. Sorry, I'm gonna scratch my eyes.
No, it's Odell Beckham is questionable because I drafted him first round in one of my leagues. I'm as bad as Travis.
Oh.
No, of course I won that league in first place. I'll let you know how that feels later, Travis.
Okay. Hey, you said no wanks. Sorry.
Sorry, I'm looking up sport bet lines, but Giants have all the moving parts, but once again, they didn't. They could have wasted a third of what round did Hunt come out? Fourth round.
Yeah,
they could have wasted a third or fourth round pick and got some type of running game, some fresh.
I guess they believe in Paul Perkins, but
Perkins looks like a bag of dicks. Vernon was their number one running back via yardage, and he didn't even have a carry. He had 10 targets passing. So they're just going to have to pass. You can't win that way. And Eli is declining every year. So they're putting their season on Eli's back and his huge forehead. They're going to have a horrible season.
Much like that turtle that the globe rests on, you could put anything on that forehead. It will not break.
Hey, Brian, the good news is if Eli doesn't pan out, they got Geno Smith ready to step.
Oh,
he's ready.
Four-dimensional chess over there. They got it figured out.
He's putting the team on his back.
Oh, I don't think that's the truth, Brian. That is the drunkest thing you've said all night. So let's wind up with what happened Monday. Again, the Saints shit the bed, and was it Dalvin Cook, the Minnesota Vikings?
Adam Thielen went off.
What's that?
Also, Adam Thielen, their white wide receiver, one of my few good.
Oh, gotcha. But he broke AP's Vikings rookie debut rushing record in front of AP.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's
Apologies. True. But that was fucking hilarious. And then
he's celebrated by going home and beating his kid with a stick.
Yeah, lashed his testicles with a squish.
Yeah, just like AP.
No, Dalvin Cook beats up grown women.
Oh, see, they can fight back. That's cool of him.
That's horrible.
And then the final game of the night.
It's true. That's why it was the first round pick.
Yeah. Travis.
It was funny when it was children, Travis. You had to take it to the next level.
Yeah, dude.
Not the things that make them.
Let's be honest. If a kid gets beaten, we can still say they had it coming. You can't say that about women anymore, despite the fact a lot of them do. It's just frowned upon.
Brian, as a father, what's your take on this?
Yeah. Do you prefer to beat your wife or your children?
Neither. Thank you.
All right, I was going to say he's not confirming.
Oh, I forgot. You beat them because you have to, not because you want to.
They make me do it.
Johnny Walker made me do it. So
it's those 5 concussions.
Oh, fuck.
One for each lesson she hasn't learned.
Travis, guess how many times I've broken my nose?
I'm trying to think how much ass you eat.
You beat me to it. You need to sniff better pussy.
I'll say 4.
I thought it was 3, but when I saw my nose doctor, he said you've broken your nose at least 5 times.
Of course.
Hence this sexy nose everybody likes to look at. And when I pick it during the
Is
show.
one nostril bigger than the other?
Oh, huge. This one's collapsed. Sorry, guys. Go on with the show.
That's all I'll be able to look at now.
Channeling your Artie Lang.
Oh my God! Can we talk real quick? Real quick.
Go for it.
1 minute. Does anyone else have compound media but me?
No.
Right. Artie Lang and Chris Hansen were on the show together, and it was the most cringe-worthy, funny show. If John, I'm gonna have to send you my password. You have to watch this one. Hilarious. Sorry, I thought we could banter about it because I thought you actually had compound media.
I mean, I am a creep, so I don't do things. I just read about them on Reddit later. So I know that Artie went after Chris Hansen, and Ant tried to have like an actual interview with the guy, and Artie just shit all over him.
Artie was fucking hilarious.
What was he doing to shit on him?
And he was just making kid fucking jokes the entire time. And like Chris Hansen started talking, he goes, "And then you fucked a kid." Then Chris Hansen starts talking. He goes, he makes that old like, a pope and a rabbi go down the road. He goes, "Hey, you want to fuck that kid?" He goes, and the Jew goes, "Out of what?" Anyway, it was just that the entire time. Chris Hansen kept.
Your minute's
saying,
up.
"I'm gonna." Oh. Well done, Travis. Tease up, Travis.
Yeah. I should talk every time I do that. That's how the bit works. That's not going to show on the video because I wasn't talking every time I hold my hand up. You like the backwards B because I'm an idiot? It's just saggy titties.
All my concussions, it looks right to me.
Yeah, so Monday night, the opening week winds up with Chargers at Broncos. Notable because it was the broadcast date. First time a woman has called an NFL game.
Yeah, I heard it didn't go.
I don't know if it was the first time. Yeah, well, on prime time probably.
Beth Mowins, 1 letter away from being Beth Meowins, and infinitely cooler. I did not know that there was a woman calling it, and the entire time I watched chunks of that game, I was like, "Who is this annoying high-pitched fuck? Like, where did they get this fucking court eunuch? This is amazing. Like, what is wrong with this dude's voice?" And then I looked up today because the other news was, what's his face? Travis, what the fuck was it? Sergio Dipp.
Dorward?
Yeah, Travis Dorward. Sergio Dipp, who was, I believe, a sideline reporter for ESPN.
Yeah, that guy's...
He was a sideline reporter for ESPN.
I don't know what they were doing there.
I mean, I haven't seen someone shit the bed like that. This is where I'd insert
In his
an
defense,
analogy.
he didn't say a wrong thing. Everything he said was absolutely 100% correct.
It was just
Vance Joseph was living his dreams, having the time of his life.
It really, yeah, it looked like they gave a shot to a Make-A-Wish kid who thought it was fucking hilarious. Look up Sergio Dipp, Sergio Dipp, his debut.
They took him back into the locker room after and shot him in the head.
Yeah, they did fucking old quarterback style. They gave him the old Dalton.
They like Lenny from Of Mice and Men.
Yeah, they talked about all the rabbits that are going to be there. And then he turned around, fucking all over the lockers.
The rabbits having the time of their life, George? Yeah.
I did not stay with that game. Travis, you were drunk texting with Brian up 1 a.m. and you're like, this is a great fucking game. Like
Trevor Siemian at the time was the greatest quarterback I've ever seen.
Now, like, were the 4 to 5 steel reserves you consumed like at all influencing your opinion?
I'm gonna correct you there. It was 1 high gravity and a hefty drink of Jack Daniels.
Okay, so you were practically sober then. I mean,
right?
You were fine. All right, never mind. I thought your decision making might have been influenced, but here I look like the horse's ass. You guys want to go through? Oh, I'm sorry, Travis.
I was just gonna say, Broncos they almost shit the bed. I texted you at one point. You asked me, "Is it a good game?" And I was like, "Broncos are about to put it away here." And then, like 30 minutes.
I remember that, and so that's when I flipped away and started watching BoJack Horseman on my phone. And then you were texting a bunch because I want to get into BoJack. I've heard it's good. First few episodes are shit, but I've heard
it
supposedly gets a lot better.
I watched one show. It sucks.
It supposedly gets a lot better, but God help me, those first few are miserable. I have not pushed through to the other side.
I was thinking about
almost as.
Oh, sorry. You guys keep talking about your thing. Can I talk about football?
John, it's up to John.
The hand is up, sir.
Fuck, it's a T.
You guys care if I talk about football on the football podcast? Is that all
right? Travis, the T's up. So
okay. I was thinking about this earlier. Would you guys say the AFC West is the only division without a bad team? So I don't think I would call the Chargers a bad team. I'm trying to think. NFC North. Who's the worst team in that division? They got Lions, Packers, Vikings, and who am I forgetting?
There's always that fourth team Bears. We don't remember. Bears.
Would you call the Bears a bad team?
Bad's a little strong right now. I think John Fox is a horrible coach.
I still think they're in that tier of
Bears
of bad. Okay. Well, if they're bad, then Redskins are bad. That's your bad NFC East team.
NFC East is bad. Or they got bad. NFC South.
Who's garbage in the South? You got the Bucks.
Saints are meh.
Saints could be it.
They might be a bad team.
God damn.
If Breezes is done, they're bad. Is referring to Chicago with all their wide receivers. They've had
West is 49ers. So AFC
North Browns, AFC North Browns, AFC East. They got
Browns are not a bad team.
They are still a bad team.
I guess, yeah. AFC South's got 2 readily horrible teams. Objectively shit.
Yeah. AFC South, Colts, fucking
East has the Jets. And yeah, I guess you're right. You should have put money on that, you dumb bastard. Now you get nothing.
What would I bet on that?
You just say $10 if I'm right, and we would have gone, you know what? Objectively speaking, he is. And you would have won 10 pride bucks, but now you get nothing.
Aw.
Nothing. Let's go through the upcoming games real fast and then call it a day because I want to break my no wanks. Let's.
You already broke it, both of you.
I'm going to destroy it. I'm annihilating it.
Where'd he go?
Huh?
John, you froze briefly. Can you see us now?
Oh, I can see it. Yeah. Sorry about that.
No worries.
We're still there.
Oh no.
I'm in a hotel, so I broke it too.
Okay.
When I get
Thursday night, Texans at Bengals. I don't give a shit about this game. Bengals will win.
Bengals.
Bears at Bucks.
Hold on. Are we going straight up or spreads?
If it's straight up, I'm going Texans.
If it's interesting, let's do spreads. Otherwise, like, who gives a shit?
Yeah. Keep going.
Bears at Bucks. Tampa Bay
Bucks.
favored. Yeah, Bucks. That's a pretty easy one.
Bucks win.
Eagles at Chiefs. We already did our picky there.
Yep.
Browns at Ravens. Ravens are favored by a lot. Bills at Panthers.
I'm taking the Browns, by the way, with the spread.
Yeah, I could see that. Spread is, what do you have the spread as?
Looking at betdsi.eu.
Mm-hmm.
Cleveland Browns are getting a touchdown and a half a point. 7.5 points. I'm sorry, touchdown, extra point and a half. 7.5 points for the Browns.
Okay.
But with what Baltimore did to the last game, they could cover. I'm still going Browns.
You've Cards at Colts. Who gives a shit?
Who gives a fuck?
Cardinals.
Cards are laying 7.5.
Should we be doing like should we be keeping tallies each week and have like an overall like?
Let's just have like
thing?
Let's have one. Let's see if there's one we disagree on. And
okay, you know what?
We start off with the one I disagree. You guys said Bengals and I said Texans.
No, really? Did you?
Yeah, you did. Cincinnati's only getting a couple, so.
Because mainly fucking Dalton. That's why.
Titans at Jags. That's pretty much a pick 'em.
Yeah, it's a 1.5.
Let's make it
Jags
interesting.
defense. Jags offense is terrible, but their defense is pretty good. I'll still give Titans.
I'll go Jags. Make it interesting. I think Titans will win, but fuck it. I'll pick Jags. I'll die on that cross.
What an idiot, right, Brian?
Excuse me. What'd you say?
What a fucking idiot.
just
brought this guy on here.
Vikings at Steelers. Pittsburgh getting.
That's going to be. I can't wait for that.
That's one of the. Shit, that's one of the 1 p.m. games. God damn it! Why is everything good clumped together? God.
Hey guys, look. All right,
Hey,
straight up, no spread. Vikings Steelers. Who do you take?
Vikings.
John.
Steelers.
Okay. Now Vikings gets plus 6 points. Who do you take?
Vikings.
Steelers.
Yeah.
Wait.
You piece of shit.
Wait, I'm not sure. I would have to say. So you're saying Vikings would win by?
No, he's saying not only do Steelers win by 6 points or more.
The Vikings get plus 6 points added. So if it was 10,
so they can lose by a touchdown.
They can lose by a field goal, and that would still be counted as a win for you. How do you pick the Vikes?
Yeah.
Okay. Vikings then.
Okay.
Travis, we're gonna get you a BetDSI account, and you'll understand the spread.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys.
Pats at Saints.
Math is hard.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
You know what? Hey guys, this is very interesting to me, the Pats and Saints games, because Breeze shit the bed and Brady shit the bed. I think Brady is more likely to come back than Breeze.
Oh yeah, I don't think there's anything.
Taking Patriots, give me any spread, and
yeah, exactly. Patriots are going to dissect them.
That's a low key. That might be my blowout.
Just who's home? Who's the home team?
Saints. Saints are hosting.
Okay. I'll still go Pats.
Saints secondary sucks. Like,
yeah,
it's a little bit better this year than last year.
I'm with Travis. That's blowout. That's blowout potential.
I'm not taking anything away from Bradford, but a lot of the reason he had such a great game is the Saints secondary is terrible.
You took everything away from him, you fuck.
First,
the white man took his land, and now you took that.
Oh,
sorry, that was too much. Dolphins at Chargers. Pretty much a pick 'em.
Ooh, that's a good one too.
Chargers. Okay, Chargers.
That stadium of 20,000 people is going to be rocking.
It's going to be rocking.
I'll go Chargers. Battle of like the kind of shithead quarterbacks. Well, Philip Rivers, I wouldn't call him shithead, but
Dolphins win.
Jets
I tend to bet against Jay Cutler. That's
Cutler. Yeah, I like that Cutler's doing something this late in his career, but it's not going to happen this week. Jets at Raiders. I have Raiders getting. How much do you have, Brian? I have
14.
Wow.
Points.
14. That's fucking insanity.
All right. I would not bet on this game, people. That's
a massive spread. 2 touchdowns is massive, dude.
Let that one be. You would bet that with the 14 points?
Yes.
Because they I wouldn't as a betting man.
Raiders are gonna fucking smoke him.
I agree with you, but in the second half when their third strings are in,
Raiders will win by 28 points.
Might be right.
That's my prediction. That's not even like a joke or anything. That's my actual prediction.
But just as a betting person, as I like to say, a football man, with the football, I wouldn't touch that with 14-point spread. But yeah, Raiders are going to kick this shit out.
Well, Brian, I'm going to learn all about what not to do the hard way. That's how I learned things.
Yeah, you are.
That's why he's only been beaten with booze bottles through a helmet that one time. You know,
I'm gonna be calling you guys at like 3 a.m, like asking for like the loan me money. Like my bookie's gonna break my legs.
I won't get to wear the helmet this time.
God. Travis, it's week 2. Are you down $7,000?
Redskins at Rams. Somehow Redskins favored. Don't know how. Don't know how that's happening.
Rams.
Yeah, the fucking offensive coordinator, was it Sean McVay?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is now the Rams coach. This is going to be like when Chucky took over the Bucks and then got to play the Raiders in the Super Bowl. It's not going to be fucking close.
You're going to hear this out of me 16 times this year.
Mm-hmm.
The Washington Redskins.
I slept with a man and don't know his name.
Other than that, that'll be at least 17 times. The Washington Redskins are going to win.
All right, Larry Michael.
Yeah.
I slept with him
because of tangibles, baby.
Cousins is going to bounce back.
We don't have talent. We can't throw the ball or run or score with intangibles.
No defensive line. Wide receivers are questionable. Running backs are horrible. But we're going to win because we have
tired after 1 year. We have skin tangibles.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We volunteer and shit.
Yeah, that's going to be a loss for the Redskins. They're going to start off 0-2. You have 49ers at Seahawks. I have Seahawks up by pretty much like 2 touchdowns. What you got?
Seahawks
13.5 points.
Yeah.
No spread.
I wouldn't take that spread.
Seattle at home after that loss, they're going. I would be tempted to take even with that spread.
Every year it takes the Seahawks a couple weeks to figure out their offense.
Okay.
Like they always forget that their offensive line's terrible, and then they adjust by like week 6.
Pick them. I'm taking Seattle with the spread. I'm taking San Fran.
Okay. Dallas at Denver. I just want Dallas to be bad. They're probably not going to, but I can hope.
Yeah.
That's my interesting take.
It's a 2-point game, so it's basically a pick 'em.
Yeah.
Fuck Dallas. If their plane crashes, I'm going Denver.
I'm gonna go Denver too. I'll never pick Dallas.
I might. Dallas.
I like them. They have guys on their team that are my friends.
They have Jason Witten, tight end, and they got big men.
Sunday night game. I'm gonna dig for gold. Sunday night game. Green Bay at Atlanta. Another pick 'em. I'm gonna go with Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Yeah. We're all going Green Bay.
Green Bay getting 3 at Atlanta. I'm going Falcons.
Oh, wow. Bully for you. And last but not least, Detroit at New York. New York getting a lot. I'm showing pretty much a touchdown.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll take lines straight up.
I take lines. I don't like New York.
Lions are laying a touchdown, you're saying? I'm still going to go with Lions.
All right. Well, those are our bold predictions.
What's your lock of the week, guys?
Lock of the week? I'll have to go back and look at all the games that I just...
No, just off the top of your head. Quick.
Raiders.
What'd you say?
Raiders. But we're going with spread, and I guess you don't understand what spread is. So, okay, he's got Raiders.
I understand what it is. I'm still taking it.
Okay.
Lock of the week, Rams over Skins. I'm dooming it. I'm doubling down. I'm going with a gutsy one.
I'm going to go New England over New Orleans, lock of the week, even though they're laying a touchdown.
All right. Those are 3 locks. And, gentlemen, we are out of here. Travis, thank you for joining us. Plug your Twitter handle. You will get Moxie06 following you, and maybe Nate Gonzalez.
Follow me at both At Travis Dorward, DORWARD, and you know what? At best drunk Travis. Why not? I might start picking that back up again.
2 handles. Brian, thank you, sir.
Nicole and sorry, the buddy you just mentioned.
Nate Gonzalez.
Nate, love you, Nate. Love you, Nicole. Thanks for watching.
I am John Papa Giorgio. This show hosted at pfpod.com, at Papa's Basement for me on Twitter. You want us on Facebook, facebook.com/Papa's Basement, youtube.com/Papa's Basement. Everything is Papa's Basement because the main show is in papasbasement.com. And go to that website, in papasbasement.com.
Or die. What?
Yeah. Or we'll beat you with bottles like they did to Travis. Till the next one, we are out of here.
We off?
I think John died again.
John left.
Yeah.
All right, football guys. Good show. Nothing to what does it say? What? No critiques. Have a glass of wine, and don't whack off.
No. Oh. How am I gonna drink a wine and not jack off? I feel that's gonna make me feel all sexy.
All right. Moving forward, when we do the bets, we're gonna do it sponsored by BetDSI. We're gonna use spreads. You understand spreads now?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. And I'm sorry to bring spreads into it, but we're gonna have Gino Bisconte on the show soon. He does Gino's picks, and everything's based on spreads. I hope next week we do Corky Knievel. He's a Seattle comic. He writes for, look him up on Twitter, Corky and like Evil Knievel, Corky Knievel. Mm-hmm. He writes for, give me a second. I had him on the show before, but he has a following. Corky Knievel.
Does Knievel start with a C or a K?
K. Kneivel. At some cards, he's a big Seattle fan. So we already talked about Seattle.
I found him.
And what I want to do, what I talked about with John, is to make our front show. We need to prep a bit more, in my opinion.
Yeah.
30-minute show between you, John, and I. 30-minute show with Travis. Put them both out. And if I get John to get a recorder, I want it out on iTunes as well. Because if we're trying to promote BetDSI, Dollar Shave Club, tell me if I'm off base here. These are the 3 I came up with: BetDSI, Dollar Shave Club, and FanDuel.
Okay.
FanDuel's
I don't know if this matters. That Chris guy that I was the computer guy, he used to work for Dollar Shave Club. I don't know if that matters, but
oh, for real?
Yeah.
Well, when I do, I still want to get with you and him and talk, but no. I want John to get his money back for the. Sorry, John just texted us, Peckus. John to get his money back for the hosting, but if we start getting a following, like, I don't know, where do you buy your razors? You don't shave.
I do, but I don't. I use like an electrical thing, and then
Dollar Shave Club's like $5 a month.
Yeah,
it's actually a really good product. I use it myself. FanDuel, I use it myself, and BetDSI, I use it myself. And BetDSI, you basically get, if you sign up through us, you get to bet for free. And then you become a degenerate gambler and you hate us, but we get money for them signing up.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends who bet. They might do that through us, I guess.
We'll tell them the last thing we'll do through John's website is, if he already doesn't have it, I'll talk to him. Everyone uses Amazon. We'll use an Amazon link. If you're going to buy, you personally or me personally, I use Amazon all the time. You click on the link via the website or bookmark it, and every time you buy something, use that link, and John will get a few bucks.
Okay.
There'll be a small percentage, maybe 1 or 2%, but if you have a bunch of people doing it,
It adds up, yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out a way to monetize this thing. And I know John monetizes YouTube, but fuck, YouTube's next to him. Unless we have like thousands of hits. I was getting 4,000 hits a show, and I never saw a check when I was doing my pod. So anyway, we just got to figure out a way to get a little money out of it.
Let's just get like 1 million people to watch. That's it.
Well, do it.
Yeah.
Keep saying you love us, and maybe at the beginning, I love you. Everyone watch that part of it. And keep drawing this. I want a different picture next time. You should do that for every show. Just have a different picture.
Should we just not address it at all?
Never address it. Just put a different picture up every time.
Okay.
I think that'd be
I can do that.
All right, Shitek. I got to be up at 5 a.m. I got to go.
Okay.
Get a job.
I love you.
Love you.
All right. Have a job.